I need you to listen carefully. Dot, turn off everything that makes noise. Sit still. Don't blink. And don't look at your reflection while I speak. If you're watching this, it's already too late for you. But maybe, just maybe, you can forget. Before it remembers you, Dot, it began with a single pulse dot in January 1975 at an abandoned Alaskan radio observatory buried under frost and bureaucracy. A technician named Frank Leckler recorded a frequency that didn't belong. One pulse, low, clean, deep enough to rattle his molars. It lasted exactly 4 seconds. The equipment registered it as an artificial source, not a star, not a planet, not even a satellite. And yet it wasn't from here. Frank logged it, called it the Forgotten Pulse, and filed it under noise interference. The observatory was scheduled to shut down the next month. The signal never repeated until 2025. Boy in rural Ontario was scanning dead airwaves on a makeshift crystal set. Just a hobby. One evening, right around 3:03 a.m., he heard a sound. A long, humming tone, then whispers. Garbled, not quite English. He said it sounded like a woman crying underwater. His parents found him the next morning with cotton stuffed deep in his ears and blood on the receiver. He kept repeating 2 words. It knows. They chalked it up to psychosis. But others started hearing it too. All across northern regions, Canada, Iceland, Russia, Alaska shortwave hobbyists, and ham radio operators began reporting anomalies. Static that moved. Voices hidden between frequencies. Audio that responded. When no one spoke, one man claimed he heard his own voice, distorted on a loop. Get out. Get out. Get out. Only. He never remembered saying that. Then came the televisions. Old CRTs from the 1980s unplugged. Dusty, sitting in basements, started flickering. Just for a moment. White static. A blinking time stamp. PCX. Then black. Some viewers caught something else, a single frame of an eye. Black sclera, pupil like a star chart. And if you rewound the VHS, it would be gone. We started digging. There was no public record of this frequency. No mention of the 1975 pulse in any scientific logs. But under a Freedom of Information request, we uncovered something not meant to be found. A top-secret program, Project Telluride, buried deep in Cold War archives, classified under temporal anomaly research. The files were heavily redacted, but the core premise was clear. Telluride wasn't trying to receive signals from space. They were trying to listen backward through time. They believed certain celestial events could cause distortions in space-time. Events so massive that echoes sound, data, even memory could bleed into the past. And they'd found one. The 1975 pulse. Their theory? It wasn't a message arriving late. It was an echo of something that hasn't happened yet. Their lead scientist, Dr. Eleanor Kirsch, disappeared in 1982. Her final transmission. It's not a signal. It's a memory of the end. We started seeing patterns. During a blackout in a fishing village on Iceland's western coast, an old lighthouse keeper named Jonas reported something strange. He said the moon rose twice. Once overhead, once just above the ocean horizon. A second glowing orb that hovered silent for 3 nights. It never moved. It just stared. He painted it in oil. Crude brushstrokes. He titled it, The Listening Moon. On the 4th night, Jonas vanished. His lighthouse lights stayed off. His journal ended mid-sentence. It's not watching the sea, it's watching me. Across the world, scattered fragments emerged. In a now decommissioned nuclear submarine. A sonar officer named L.T. Marcus Flynn recalled a moment in 1988 when they picked up a sound from deep trench waters. A mechanical pattern. Morse code, but no one aboard was transmitting. Flynn transcribed it. It's already happened. We didn't stop IT. He quit the Navy the next day. He never spoke again. Then came the interference. Electrical substations. Around Anchorage, near the original observatory site, began to experience synchronized blackouts. Every 13 hours on the dot security cameras flickered. Light bulbs popped. Street lights dimmed and pulsed, like breathing. Local wildlife froze during the outages. Birds mid-flight, squirrels mid-run, just stopped staring at the sky. Or worse, directly at power lines. Eyes glazed, listening. A journalist named Erin Halvorsen began tracking the blackouts. She broadcasted a live report from the observatory ruins. Halfway through the segment, her audio garbled. Her lips kept moving, but no words came through, just a low hum and screeching static. Then she stopped, looked straight into the camera, and whispered, "I can see the sound." The feed cut to black. We recovered fragments of the 2025 signal. Uploaded, shared, analyzed by digital linguists and experimental AI researchers. Patterns emerged. Not language. Not music. A map. Not of stars that exist, but of constellations that don't yet burn. Coordinates that place points in space, but out of time. Like someone trying to tell us where to stand when the event hits. The most disturbing line of code, translated, was this: "We remember your end." We thought the timeline was breaking, but at WAN single quotes T dot, it was looping. People began finding VHS tapes uncatalogued, unlabeled at thrift shops, estate sales, school libraries. The tapes, recorded in the 1980s, played back clean, stable footage of the 2025 signal, images that hadn't yet been captured. How is that possible? A physicist at UC Berkeley proposed this. We weren't receiving signals forward or backward. We were seeing our own death reflected like a mirror bent through SPACETIME dot. The signal isn't moving. We are. Someone, something is watching us from outside time. We believe they're using our devices. Not just radios and TVs. Mirrors. Speakers. Dreams.one girl posted a video of her analog TV flashing with a 1975 pulse. Within days, thousands had watched it. Thousands reported the same nightmare. A red-eyed figure. No mouth. Skin like mercury. It stands beside the bed and whispers. Coordinates into your left ear. You wake up crying, dot, then you forget. Then you hear it again. One live streamer tried broadcasting herself watching the signal live. At 3:03 a.m., her camera glitched. She froze. Mid-frame. Behind her, a star field. But not of our sky, dot. No one has heard from her since. Here's what you need to do. Destroy analog receivers, radios, CRTs, tape recorders. Anything older than 1980, get rid of it. If your dog starts barking at empty rooms, between 3 and 4 a.m. leave. If you hear your own voice in a recording you never made, don't answer. And if someone you love begins repeating the words, it's already happened. Run. Single quotes T spread this video. Don't share it. Don't copy it. Because the more we listen, the closer it comes. This is not a broadcast. This is a memory dot, and it remembers you. End of transmission footage corrupted at timestone. 47 minutes and 33 seconds. Reconstruction failed, awaiting next signal.